Welcome to Freedom to Think broadcast. I'm your host, Jeff. I'm joined by my lovely wife, Keegan. Thank you so much for tolerating me. I mean, joining me. It's such a great thing.
Accurate.
Well, first off, if you haven't seen the videos we've made together, we announced our twins that are incoming with the Tom MacDonald Ghost video. And then we started working towards breaking the internet with the Jason Aldean Try That in a Small Town video, which Keegan's from a small town, so she was a lead authority in the matter. But there's been so many people who have asked for I Hate Hip Hop from Tom MacDonald because Keegan hates hip hop. She really does. She doesn't like rap, doesn't like hip hop. She's just absolutely not in for that genre, which is most of what I make content for. So yeah. It's kind of funny, but we're just like, we're gonna break her in with a song about hating hip hop, or at least labeled that way. So hopefully this goes pretty well. But first things first, we're gonna buy the song. So I'll leave that linked in the description. If you guys want to support the artist, go ahead and do that. But what is your first thoughts on a hip hop song called I Hate Hip Hop?
I assumed it was going to be some kind of satire, funny.
Okay, that's interesting. I really wanted this in my while I'm gaming list. So this is an excuse to also buy the song for the stream. Really cool. I have people that hop into the live streams and then they'll drop a donation and say songs are on me tonight. because people really respect the whole concept of actually supporting the people, because so many there's a lot of people that just hate on everything that they cover, and that's what their channel is. It's just a shit posting hate thing,
just about all the songs.
Yeah, they'll just hate on everything that they share and talk about. So they'll go over a song but then just antagonize the fan base for liking it, because you get people who hate you and then they comment, and that's engagement.
Oh no, I know it would work too, but it would just not be
right. So it is a strategy, but it's kind of a douchey strategy. It's just not what I go for with this.
You have to at least be a good roaster to do that.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, so this has 17 million views. All right, let's go.
Yeah. I'm not a YouTube rapper, come on, give me credit. I don't need to do reactions to get views, okay, I said it. Not a label rapper, I'm way too offensive.
Okay, so he totally trashed people that make reaction videos.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Yeah.
In
10 seconds.
In 10 seconds. So he's like, I'm not a YouTube rapper. Give me credit, because there are people that are on YouTube and they do rap songs. But then there's a bunch of them that also do reaction videos. So they have a big following from reaction videos, and then sort of lean on that with their music, their personal music. So they're like, hey, I have this music I made. And people are like, that's cool, but I'm just here to look at actual popular stuff.
Right, so then they use that as advertisement for the other thing that's
Correct.
less popular.
So it's a bit of a shot at a bunch of people, because there's a bunch of people that kind of offended. And then he's like, I don't need reactions to get views. Okay, I said it. Which, I have a shit ton of reaction content. So that's even a jab at me, as somebody who does anything unoriginal at all. But Tucker Carlson just reacts to stuff, and he has a gajillion followers and subscribers. They don't go to him to watch him juggle and shit. So
I think it's more just him boasting than it is the diss to everybody else.
That's true. That's not necessarily.
I think he's just oh, I got it. That's why I don't have to do this that most other people do. I think it's more like that.
Okay, I'm with it.
Do reactions to get views, okay, I said it. Not a label rapper, I'm way too offensive. Go ahead and call me clickbait, I'm in millions independent. I'm not a mumble rapper, y'all understand every single word. I'm not taking Xanax, rapping about money, liquor, and girls. Not a SoundCloud rapper, I got hits you actually have heard. I exist outside the internet, done shows around the world.
I like the part where he says that you can understand his lyrics.
Yes.
Like what he says, because that drives me crazy that you can't understand what they're saying half the time. Although most of the time it's vulgar anyway, but...
Right. Well, he covered both of those things. He said, I'm not a mumble rapper. You understand every word.
Yeah, I like that.
And then he said, I'm not rapping about money, liquor, and girls. So he's like, I'm not part of that crew.
Yeah.
And then he made millions independent, not with a label. So it's just like his sweat equity and marketing, like just from himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, I exist outside the world. I'm traveling around the world doing this. So
Right.
people
So-
like know about him in real life.
Yeah, so it is definitely kind of a little bit braggadocious, but at least he's saying things he's actually done, which is good.
Yeah.
Not just like,
Well,
theoretically, I would be awesome.
right. There's a lot of label rappers or people who want to be label rappers who rap about money, liquor, and girls, and then they don't have any money, but their rap songs are about having money.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, you live in a trailer. And then they're like, I got billions and, you know, more money than Bill Gates or whatever, but they're broke. They're, you know.
Yeah, it just reminds me of Aaron Rodgers, where, like, he gets paid tons of money, but he is actually really good.
On an extra play. Richard Rodgers having the game of his life.
Yeah.
So he's not like somebody like, we don't have to say who, but that's not quite as good, but paid almost equally as well.
Oh, man.
At least from a few years ago, since we haven't watched in a while. But
yeah. That's awesome.
But yeah, he at least is saying that he can back it up with talent.
Right. With results.
With result,
like,
yeah.
The results are there to back it up. I love that.
I got hits you actually have heard. I exist outside the internet, done shows around the world. Not a boom bap rapper, I'm not stuck in 1990. I like Wu-Tang, but that vibe is kinda old and grimy. Not a conscious rapper, autos rappers sound like SJ Dubs. Not a gangster rapper, cool enough without being a thug. I'm not country rap, I don't play guitar, I don't drive a truck, I don't chew tobacco, get the Chevy stuck 10 feet of mud.
The diss on country music.
On country rappers.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
But he's like, I'm not country rap because, you know, there's just the people that... There might be a diss on Upchurch, who is a very popular country rapper.
I don't really listen to him.
Well, yeah, I know. You don't listen to rap really
Yeah.
at all. But it's just funny that he's dissing every genre of rap in a rap song. So, like, how do you feel about that as a rap hater? I mean, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I agree. I don't like basically any type of rap, so.
What do you think of the beat sound?
It's in the middle.
Okay. I mean, that's totally fine. We haven't really hit the, like, drop yet.
It's also been paused like 3 times, so I can
Even
side with
Keegan-
your pausing people.
Even Keegan is sick of me pausing stuff. It's just what I do. I pause a lot.
Well, if you go through like more than a few lyrics at a time, you'll forget what he said, though. So
That's true.
There's also that.
Because
He's not just talking about money, liquor, and girls. You'll forget that
It's
there's
true.
actually content
Well,
to it.
There's so much packed in that if you go like 5 or 6 bars or verses deep, then you can like make a comment about the last one, but you're gonna miss the second, the third, the first. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You basically cover like a third of the song.
That's
so.
true. And so in the era of TikTok and people having no attention span, I know people
Yeah.
like really short reactions, but I just like to break them down. Like, come on, just chill with us. We'll go back to, and then I'll let you listen a little longer so I can get a beat assessment from you.
SJ Dubs, not a gangster rapper, cool enough without being a thug. I'm not country rap, I don't play guitar, I don't drive a truck, I don't chew tobacco, get the Chevy stuck 10 feet of mud. I'm not horrorcore, I don't paint my face, I don't trip, I can only be myself and I am Tom MacDonald. I think I gotta let him know, hey, hey, hey. And let me say it from the soul, man. I hate hip-hop. How dare you call me a rapper when all these rappers don't have nothing left to say. I hate hip-hop. It's full of liars and actors, these little rappers about us realize their names. I hate hip-hop. Keep the glitz and the glamour, cause all these rappers are putting kids in their graves. I hate hip-hop. The whole culture is cancer, they'll kill their mama for some clout and a chain.
Okay.
The beat's okay. It's not my favorite.
Oh, no, she didn't. Oh,
Yeah.
But it's tolerable for the type of music. And I think in that part he was saying more, like basically when people get famous, they get kind of stereotyped. So he's saying, don't stereotype me like all these other people. I'm basically my own deal. That's why I'm an independent artist.
Right.
So that's what I think that was.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, he's saying that the other rappers, they're as real as their name, which they all have fake names.
Oh, that's true.
His stage name is his birth name, Tom MacDonald.
That's true.
It's like a stereotypical, like, super white boy name. And,
Yes.
He's like, I don't care. That's my name. Like, that's who I am to the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
So that in itself is pretty cool. But then he can use that against the rap community. I love that whole chorus because he's just like, I hate hip hop, and then all the reasons he hates it are the same reasons a lot of other people, if they didn't already hate it, they turned away from it and like kind of abandoned it because he's like, the whole culture is cancer and they'll kill their mom for clout and a chain.
Yeah.
Like, that's
No loyalty.
there's no loyalty. There's no loyalty and no morality. It's all poison garbage.
It all sounds really similar to me, too. Like rap and
Yeah.
hip-hop and stuff, it just sounds kind of like all the same song. Similar song.
Especially when he's talking about like mumbling and you don't understand the verses. So
Right.
then it's like a similar beat with a similar sounding wording, and then it's the same damn song over and over again.
The whole culture is cancer. They'll kill their mama for some clout and a chain. I'm not a mainstream rapper, I think they're pathetic. I don't compromise my vision just so I can sell some records. I'm the underground, that means it's hard to sell it. I got mass appeal of Master V and catchy with a message.
I heard you laughing. You were like down with that.
They're pathetic. She just says it.
He just said it straight up. But he said, I'm not underground because it's hard to sell it. And that's true. I've heard like even back when I lived in Rochester, New York, there was like the underground rap scene, and those guys would bring their CDs to like my aunts and uncles' stores to
The
try
mixtape.
the mixtape, basically, to try and get them to sell it. And so there was like a little section in their cabinets of like the local artists' music. But that's what he's saying. Like, they don't make any money. Like, none of those people are making money. It's like, it's hard to sell on that. But
He's like, I moved out of my basement.
yeah, he moved out of the basement. This dude has utilized, kind of like what a lot of us are trying to do here, the greater internet and the ability that like one person can use to make a living, And he said catchy with a message. Like, whether you like it or not, it sticks with you. A lot of the stuff that he's putting out there.
That's true. There's some bad songs that are catchy.
Yeah. But he's got the songs, they're catchy, but with a message that's like good. It's not the money, liquor, and girls thing. You'll guiltily catch yourself kind of singing in your head a song that's like really just not appropriate or a good message at all, but it was catchy, like you're saying. And so it's walking around with you. But he's trying to like program people with a better message, and still they're walking around with it. I remember I would sing like Bad Religion to myself in high school, and the teachers were like, oh my God, like Pennywise and Bad Religion. Be like, no one can tell me what to do. And they're like, oh God, this kid again. Like, he needs to get out of my class right now.
Means it's hard to sell it. I got mass appeal of Master V and catchy with a message. I'm not white boy rap, I actually got the juice and caught a vibe. Bumping Eminem don't mean that all you boomers really rhyme. Not a corny rapper spitting every song in double time. Say so much and don't say nothing, bunch of garbage in your lines. Not a little rapper.
Wow.
Okay. That
Some
was
more dissing.
rude. There's a lot of dissing. He's like, I'm a white boy. He's like, but I actually got the stuff. He's like, I'm not like somebody trying to clone Eminem, which every white rapper is,
That's true.
compared to Eminem. And
He specifically threw boomers under the bus.
he did. He ran them over with the bus. Like, that was funny.
Did he say my stuff like rhymes or
We're just gonna listen to that part again. I want to hear the diss.
Eminem don't mean that all you boomers really rhyme. Not a corny rapper spitting every song in double time. Say so much and don't say nothing, bunch of garbage in your lines.
Okay, that was it. That was important. So I did a reaction to this diss battle between a big reactor named Knox Hill, and he's also a really good rapper. So he's one of those people that raps and then has a reaction channel. So he kind of got dissed by Tom in this song, but like you said, it was just Tom saying like, hey, I am this good. I don't do any other gimmicky stuff. You know, it's just what it is. But the point is, this guy Knox was getting called out by this other guy who no one's ever heard of, who has like a tiny following, like minuscule, but he was acting like he's the top dog kind of thing. So he calls out this guy Knox, and then he makes a diss, and his first 4 lines in a row end with rap shit. Like, he rhymed rap shit with itself 4 times. It was very horrible. I'm not going to lie. Like, some people thought there were parts of it that were okay, and that's fine. But the point is, he's saying, I don't have a bunch of garbage in my lines. Like, there's all these people, they say the fast rappers, they say a lot, but then there's nothing that's actually of substance in the verses.
I think that's what they use the cussing for, too. I don't mind it, like, a little bit, but
Bingo.
I just feel like they use it for, like, nonsense filler words.
And if they're too lazy to rhyme, they'll just throw repetitive cursing as the word to rhyme off of.
It's true. They do rhyme with a bunch of stuff. So.
They do. Using cusses to fill in because you're not creative enough or you don't have a good enough vocabulary.
Probably more the second.
Spitting every song in double time. Say so much and don't say nothing, bunch of garbage in your lines. Not a little rapper, I ain't auto-tuning every song. I ain't making tunes exclusively but drinking at the club. Not a candy rapper, I ain't making albums full of pop. I ain't Macklemore, Logic, Lil Dicky, or Asher Rock. I ain't emo rap.
Malcolm Moore Logic.
Or Little Dicky. Little Dicky, Sarah showed us a song a long time ago with him like talking about saving the world and putting Leonardo DiCaprio in charge because he was so like pro-environment. And Sarah, I love you so much. But those people don't actually know anything about the environment.
That's all bullshit.
It's all grifting and garbage, and like his yacht trip, his helicopter trip to dinner back to his yacht, like the two of those things use more fuel than like most whole families with multiple cars in a whole year for like one evening for him. Those people are the biggest sack of shit, lying
hypocrites
in the world. So anyway, Lil Dicky made a song like saying that we need to listen to the greenie people who are trying to destroy the whole world. And I'm like, okay, like the guy has some pretty decent rhymes, but he's part of that crowd. But that's what he's saying. He's like, I'm not these other like white boy rappers who are just what they are. They're making like candy pop rap for the club.
Well, they're appeasing all their followers or their supporters.
Yeah, and their labels. The people that like write their checks are like, hey, make a song that's about X agenda that we're trying to shove down people's throat. They're like, no problem, I got it. And it's just like you're vomiting the whole time you hear it. You're like, oh God.
They're many politicians.
Yeah, that's it. So anyway.
Who's your influencer?
He's trashing all those people.
Full of pop. I ain't Macklemore, Logic, Lil Dicky, or Asher Rock. I ain't emo rap, I ain't shedding tears. I don't cut myself, I don't romanticize suicide upon mental health. I ain't backpack rap, that's my granddad's rap. Please don't take this as a diss, I'm just on MacDonald. I think I gotta let him know. Hey, hey, hey. And let me say it from the soul, man. I hate hip-hop. How dare you call me a rapper when all these rappers don't have nothing left to say. I hate hip-hop. It's full of liars and actors. These little rappers about as real as they names. I hate hip-hop. Keep the glitz and the glamour, cause all these rappers are putting kids in their graves. I hate hip-hop. The whole culture is cancer. They'll kill their mama for some clout in a chain.
I really like the editing for this. As someone that does their own editing in their videos,
Of course.
I super appreciate this, and this is 3 years ago. So since then, they've started to use a lot of like VFX, like special effects.
Like,
stuff.
I know what that is.
Sweetie, it's okay. It's okay. I'm saying in their editing, they use visual effects like movies. So they like animations of like stuff in the sky and, you know, like crazy stuff that's not there, and then they bring it in the After Effects. Whereas with this, it's more lighting and camera movement and zooming and cutting. And so it takes a lot of skill to do it. And especially, like I said, with the lighting part of it. So
it's not the most important part to me.
Right. And especially if you buy the song and you're listening to it on Spotify or something, you know, you're not.
That's true. It's music. You're
Right.
not going to sit there and watch all the music
That's
videos.
true. But for the sake of the breakdown and checking it out, I love this. As 3 years ago, the talent level is amazing, and just the cutting and camera switching and the shaking and everything. I like it a lot. So
You're just transitioning to edit Jeff during the video.
oh yeah, I know. I was doing a lot of editing today, so you know I'm already like in the mode.
The whole culture is cancer. They'll kill their mama for some clout in the chain. I'm so used to hearing people hate, I get it. Hip-hop hates me and I hate it too. It's been this way forever. I don't move like them, I'll never be accepted. I got rich without a cosign. I won't hold you cause you're jealous. I don't want the clout, I don't need a friend. Y'all can keep your beats. Never signed a deal, so every dollar goes to me. I've been humble, ain't been flexing, ain't been showing off my blessings. Maybe I should take a second to make sure y'all get the message. I'm in beast mode, check the teeth glow. I don't need dough. Everything is Fendi, Gucci, Sachi, Louis V. Oh.
I think that was a more intelligent diss than the first one.
Yeah, that's true. It was layered. And he's like, I'm used to hate, you know? I like that, because if you go in the internet doing anything, you get hate. I have like a minuscule following, and I get hate every day.
You're also in the topic that provokes a lot of hate.
That's true.
But yeah, it doesn't really matter. No matter what you do, you're going to get hate.
Yeah.
So.
But seriously, like every single day and multiple times today, I got hate. So trust me. He's like, I used to hate. I get it. It's going to happen. But yeah, he's like, I don't want your beats, because people try to sell you beats. They're like, yeah, use my beat. And then like we share revenue on the song.
Oh, yeah.
Or, you know, you just pay a lot for it. And then he's like, yeah, I don't need the clout of working with other people. He makes his own beats. Mm-hmm. So he makes his own beats, writes his own songs, does his own performance. Nova does the shooting and the editing. I think like his brother-in-law now helps with the virtual FX and editing. And then like his sister helps with all of the production stuff. So it's like it's a 4-person crew. That's him, his girl, his sister, her husband. And like they do everything. And he has his parents in some of the videos. Remember with the ghost video.
Yeah.
So that was his mom and dad. So like they have a literal mom and pop shop, but he has, I think at this point, over 30 #1 songs. Which is
that's cool. They can all work together, because not all families can do that.
That's true too. Yeah. I mean, it's like I owe her a lot just to get her in here for a little bit.
I wasn't referring to me. I was referring to extensive family.
I know. I'm just playing around. I'm just playing around. You are correct. This was the like logical beatdown where he's just like, yeah, I've made unbelievable amounts of money because it's just me putting in all of the work for what I do.
I think it was just more of like his list of achievements versus him just bashing the other people that do not similar stuff, but other than that field of hip hop and all that. So I think it was better because it was more like what he's done versus just bashing. So it's a combo. But
okay, I like it.
The teeth glow, I don't need dough. Everything is Fendi, Gucci, Sachi, Louis V. Oh, nothing new to me. No, too much green to keep, bro. $100,000 every hour that I sleep for. I don't talk about it cause the way my mama raised me good. All these rappers hate me. If they don't, I'll say they maybe should. HOG the army, they say crazy is as crazy does. So watch yourself, blood on our hands, don't bother us, we bathe in blood.
That's a bit excessive. HOG, the Army, would be the Hangover Gang.
I assumed, since
Okay.
he had it tattooed right here.
Yep. That's literally like his fans are Hangover Gang, and so he got it tattooed on his face for his fans.
I guess he can't change the name now.
No, he can't. Yeah.
That'd be a big cover up there.
That'd be tough to change. Although he could get like, the tribal, they got the war lines on the chin. So if he ever decided to change it, he could cover that with something, but that's pretty funny. I did want to note that he was talking about like everything he wears is like Louis, Gucci, Versace, and whatever. And so I was making fun of their outfits in a new song. And then Armando or someone in the chat let me know that it was Versace. So they were like $800 shirts or some shit. And I was just like, bro, like all my shirts are from like Walmart. I think this one we actually splurged for these.
Oh, yeah. These were
are
like
from-
$10.
These were $10 at Home Depot on sale. But they feel nice.
Yeah.
But it's not Versace. So I will still continue to laugh at the ridiculousness of hundreds of dollars of like pants and tracksuits and stuff. Like I'm not cool enough to care about that.
We spend all the money on kids' clothes now anyway.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. We have 3 here and then 2 in there with the twins. So yeah, not spending money on Versace vests and shit. It's not really the priority. But when I'm a millionaire one day, I'm gonna appear like a broke hobo to a lot of people, and they're gonna be so pissed off. They're like, why don't you have like new X, Y, and Z? And I'm like, 'cause I don't care. Like that's not me. So you'll never know. You'll just think I'm broke until I die, and then like it is released how much I have, and then people are like, damn, I didn't know it was like that. Yeah, Jeff had deep stacks.
You'll still be in the Walmart clearance aisle.
I will still be at the Walmart clearance aisle. Like, you know it.
Like every time we go.
It's like Disneyland, but you never know what you're gonna get. Actually, honestly, nowadays Disneyland is scary. It's like men with beards and dresses, like waving to the little kids, "Hey, come in here with me." So,
I mean, honestly, we see some Pride stuff in the clearance section a lot of the time because nobody buys that.
that is true, actually. So once you get to like July, August, it's the June Pride Month stuff that's in the
Like the
clearance aisle.
Skittles we saw over
The
there,
Skittles.
M&Ms or something.
Yeah, the rainbow Skittles. They're like, we gave up the rainbow for Pride Month, so it's just white Skittles. And I'm just like, I'm not even paying 75% off for those. Forget it.
He's this crazy does, so watch yourself. Blood on our hands, don't bother us, we bathe in blood.
How dare you call me a rapper when all these rappers don't have nothing left to say? I hate hip-hop. It's full of liars and actors. These little rappers about us realize their names. I hate hip-hop. Keep the glitz and the glamour, cause all these rappers are putting kids in their graves. I hate hip-hop. The whole culture is cancer. They'll kill their mama for some clout in the chain.
I like how he was saying that it's like a bad influence for the culture, for the kids and stuff that get involved in that.
Yeah. Yeah, putting kids in their graves, literally, who just follow in what you're saying in the songs. That's not good. That's not good for anybody.
The role models that are into that are
Yeah.
not the best.
That's true. And we have a culture where there's a lot of these kids, especially the ones where they're stuck in the system. Like their mom's doing their absolute best to work 2 jobs, and then they're being raised in daycare.
Mm-hmm.
There's obviously the kids that have no father in the house or that influence, and their influence is the role models they seek out in society with fame. So it'd be like these rap stars, these actors, and these like athletes. And so if those people are acting a mess, then their only role model, their only person that they idolize is a toxic person. And then they follow that, but they don't have the benefit of already being successful and then being a little toxic. They're like trying to achieve in life, starting with nothing and just being toxic. And that puts you at a huge disadvantage. Hunter Biden having a crack addiction isn't that big of a deal. But if you're like, some brokey person who's in high school and dropping out, and then you get addicted to crack. You're not going to get 500 grand for painting. Like that's like you're not gonna get these kind of privileges that certain other groups get. I like that. That's kind of part of what he's saying is like, A, I made it independent. B, all these other people are toxic. C, I'm not like these other people, like the whole industry of rap and hip hop. But he is in the industry of rap and hip hop, so it was a rap song.
That's why the beat was okay.
This Keegan's like, I just don't like rap. Like, I legitimately don't like hip hop. So, well, thank you so much for putting up with hip hop for us, even if it's to shit on hip hop.
Does make it a little bit better.
See? Make a fan out of her yet?
I said a little bit better.
What do you think about this compared to Ghost?
I like Ghost better.
Okay. Now, here's a question. How would you feel about being involved in breaking down some of the non-rap songs that he makes?
Maybe, but like I said before, if I tell you yes, you'll have a schedule for me in like 10 minutes, so.
Okay. All right, well, we'll just ask, guys, if you want Keegan to come back to break down some of the non-rap Tom MacDonald songs, if you could comment below what you would like, and then maybe I can check with her if she'd be willing to come back to check those out. Because, yeah, there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of people that really, really like rap and hip-hop that hate them. Because they're like, this isn't rap, this isn't hip-hop, like, this is a lame whatever
it's like
song.
a combo of two genres.
Yes, or it's completely not the one genre at all. Because there's songs where, like, he has singing and then, like, a rap verse. And then there's songs that it's, like, mostly just singing, and then there's, like, sing-songy kind of rapping where it's not really either. Because the guy is just an artist. Like, he's not a specific rapper or a specific, singer or specific, but he's a lyricist. He did some, like, spoken word stuff, so it's basically just poetry, but you just read the poetry. So he's done it with no beat and no song, and it's not rapping. Like, he's just a poet. But then a lot of it is obviously hip-hop. But not all of it, and you hate hip-hop. So I was just like, yeah, there's a lot of people that like these songs being broken down, but they're just not hypey, hyper-political hip-hop songs. So they don't get that much love. So maybe Keegan can give them love. Maybe. I don't know.
No promises.
No promises. Guys, help me out. Comment below. If you blow up the video, she'll be more likely to come back. It's not a guilt thing. It's just a wanting to succeed thing.
I mean, I just don't want to waste Edit Jeff's time for something that's not going to get many views. So
I'm going to feel so much love when I hear that in the edit. All right, well, if you enjoy the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Seriously, guys. And then hit the notification bell. You might see Keegan pop in his live stream for some gaming because I bring her in here. Or she's in the other room, and once in a while I join up in a game. So we have a lot of fun with that. Yeah, she games. She's better than me, actually. She carries the team in basically every game. That's a little unknown thing. My lovely, beautiful, pregnant wife is, like, significantly better gamer than me.
Slightly.
What's your gamer score? What is it? What's your gamer score?
I don't know.
You do know. Come on, tell him. Just tell him. Xbox gamer score.
It sounds like I actually don't know my gamer score.
I think it's like 58,000, and mine's like
40 or something
like 39,000 or something like that. Yeah, and that's a lot of gaming, by the way.
It's a lot of the same games you play.
That's true.
Add more variety.
Yeah, but now a lot of the games that you play with me, you're better at those with me too than me.
Like Rocket League, I'm like always a level ahead of you, like one level.
Yep, you're ahead of me in Rocket League. You're ahead of me in Fall Guys. You beat like all those older Call of Duty games on freaking veteran level. You know how hard it is to beat Call of Duty games on veteran?
But back when I had more time.
Yeah, that was back when you had a little more time. But anyway, this was great. Love you guys. We'll see you later. There was no need for the poo.
You could just edit that out.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. All right. I am really excited about this one.
You already picked out what songs?
Yeah, I have a few in mind. We'll see how the first one goes, and then that'll kind of determine which ones happen afterward.
Are you having me do that series that you did like a month ago?
Series? No.
Yeah, that was like 6 songs in a row. Kept asking the chat. Next one.
No.
Remember?
I don't remember, but this is not any of that.
You're like, I'm going to do the whole series right now, and then like asking the people in the chat, you're like, all right, what's the next one? And it was like 3 or 4 you did that night.
No.
You remember now?
I think I do know. I think that's Ren, which I am going to do some Ren with you at some point, because he's like all over the place kind of artist person. And he's from the UK, so he's got like the British kind of accent. You'll probably appreciate that. Anyway, no, this wasn't Ren, but a lot of people want me to do Ren, and I would like to do that with you. I'd like to do a lot more with you because you're really cool and everyone on the channel basically loves you. It's true. It's totally true. All right, so welcome to Freedom to Think broadcast. I'm your host, Jeff.